go to this restaurant, go to that restaurant. Do I like this dress or do I like these sandals? How about this hair color? How about should I cut it long? Should I keep it wide? Make a left turn, make a right turn? Fuck, I don't know. It'd be killing me.
MAK3A wish, man. It's MAK3A wish, ma'am. MAK3A wish, damn.
Yo, before we get into this Libra episode here, I need you guys to do me a favor, like, share, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with this current House of Aquarius podcast episodes. You can and will find something that you are going to love or someone else you need to hear this information. When was the last time I lied to you? Exactly. Let's go. Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here, Make a Wish, back to bring you another one. This time, today, we are talking about sun signs. Sun signs. But we are halfway through our list right now. So today we are talking about Libra. Libra. Oh, Libra. The social butterfly of the zodiac. The diplomat of the zodiac. We get into those a little bit sooner. But let's start off with the basics. Libra. Duality, masculine. Triplicity / element, air. The quadruplicity, cardinal. Had a moment there. Temporary lapse in information. For more information about those, you can check me out on my TikTok, MAK3A-Wish1. I have all three of those described there in a little more detail. Libra's ruling planet, Venus, the planet of love and pleasure. Libra's ruling body part, the butt, lower back, and the kidneys. That whole lower section. When I talk more about wellness in the future, it will be easier to understand this. But that is also where they tend to have a lot more higher risk of having problems at. Lower back pains quite often, kidney malfunctions maybe. Things are associated more around the areas, more prone to be them for that. Libra's polar opposite, Aries. And with this, Aries as a polar opposite actually makes some sense. Because Aries is the sign and the ruler of the house of self-indulgence, independence, and Libra is the sign of unity, friendship, relationships, love and marriage. Now, as I was saying about the social butterfly of the zodiac, Libras have a certain elegance, charm, charisma that draws people to them like moths to a flame. Libras do their best work when they are involved in relationships, when they're around the people. They are, like I said, they're social butterflies. So when you see them out in public, they like to be where the action is. Preferably non-drama free, but where the action is. They like to mingle, mix it up, talk around, have fun, talk, because they are an intelligent sign. Excuse me. They like to be stimulated with the people and what that atmosphere brings with them. Libras are, I like to call it suckers for flattery, okay? They love hearing great things about themselves. How elegant they are, how beautiful their hair falls when the water raindrops are touched down, just coming down. Woo, they would like to hear about that shit. Libras are unfortunately prone to fall for smooth talkers because of such delight they get from the flattery that's coming their way. So that can, which that being said, that can also lead them into some very bad relationships. One thing that Libras are known for is they're easy to fall in love, and when they're, especially when they're mixed up with someone who's very smooth talker, who's very really easy to captivate the Libra, they can fall head over heels over this person too soon, too fast, and find themselves trapped in situations which that their normal logical reasoning would keep them from getting involved into. Libras are very good at helping to keep the peace. Libra is a sign of balance. That's why their glyph, the symbol, is the scales. They do their best work when they are at balance, when their life is at balance. So whenever they are involved with conflicts or confrontations between two, three, or four people, or with them and themselves, they like to try and make sure to get things smoothed out, wrinkled out, without people being too upset, and being able to maintain that equilibrium of balance. Libras are the sign of the zodiac that values balance the most. And what I was saying about confrontation, Libras aren't likely to be the one to be caught up in causing problems because they like their problems cause imbalance in emotions and potentially physical well-being. So they are known for trying their best to maintain a certain level of equilibrium for themselves and the parties. The best way to say is that when Libras, it's really hard to get under Libra's skin. And the only way they really get under their skin is when they feel slighted, or when they feel something is happening, either to them or to someone they care about, that is unjust, unfair, or someone's being taken advantage of. Those are the things that's the only time you really see a Libra go off the scales, at least. They strive for balance. They like things to be maintained a certain kind of way. It's real easy to find Libras in social settings. Like I said, they're not loners. Libras do their best work when they are around people. They cherish and value relationships. Friendships, relationships, intimate, platonic, or whatever they may be. Because that is one of their highlights to them living their life. They feel like they need to fill a void in their life with someone else being there. And this is one of the reasons why they don't like to be alone, because being alone means that void is present. Having someone there, someone to communicate with, to talk with, however there is in their personal life, it could be a relationship with an intimate relationship. It could be just big or small time family gatherings and that kind of stuff. Whatever it is, they need that in their life to feel complete. Libra is a sign of family. Like I said, family, relationships, marriage. Those things are what Libra stands for. And if you know a Libra who doesn't have that in them, they are going against their grain. Is one of the things that their sign yearns for. And until they get that, they will always constantly be seeking something. And one thing, as I was saying about Libras really striving for a completely non-conflictual lifestyle. That makes them also they have a tendency to end up being pushovers to some degree because they are willing to say yes to more things to please other people than what they are actually willing or wanting to do. So there are many times when Libras will overplan or overextend themselves to make other people happy because they don't want to say no. And with that being said, that also causes an end of turmoil for them because they are not doing what they want to do and are making themselves happy. They are bending over backwards, which may or may not be reciprocated for someone else to help keep the peace with that person or help keep that relationship going and thriving into a hopefully better situation than what currently is at. Now, I hate to put it like this, but it's when I get to my personal experiences, I explain that too. But it's just from what I see is across the board. They are known for being very indecisive. Very indecisive. But one thing they tend to do, they like to analyze and have all the information before they make a decision. And them make a decision, they don't like to be wrong. And so what they tend to do is always second guess themselves. So that's actually one of the reasons why they may end up having a shaky self-confidence, or they're putting off much more confidence than what they actually are exuding internally. And for that's one of the things that when you're dealing with a Libra, you have to make sure that you're able to make them feel confident in their decisions or help take over the helm of making decisions for them, well, not for them, but for whatever you guys are doing. Because they will worry about that decision if they made the right decision or they made the wrong decision, and second guessing and going back and forth, this and that. Libras need love. Excuse me. That actually could be one of the reasons why Libras feel they work best in relationships. They work best in a unit, so that they can take away some of the stress of having to make all the decisions themselves. That could possibly be it. I gotta look further into that because actually now I'm kind of curious if that actually is what the reasoning is behind it. Air quotes for my Spotify guys. Libra also is one of the signs, the luxury signs. One of the signs that like to spend money. That's one thing that I've noticed. I was trying to say I noticed yet, but I'm not part of the podcast yet. Libras like luxury. And when I say luxury, I always mean most expensive stuff. But Libras like to spend. Libras are one of the spenders of the zodiac, along with the Taurus and the Leos and the Scorpios. That's what they are known for being. They're like, not necessarily high maintenance, but they like to have the quality of the stuff to be what the quality of the stuff is. They, like I said, they have an eye for elegance. They tend to be very artsy. They have a finer appreciation of things, kind of like the Taurus do. The Taurians do, Taurians wear that on their sleeve, whereas the Libras wear that on their eyeballs as glasses, viewfinders. They see those good things, The higher appreciation of things. Libras love the attention they get. Like, oh yeah, I did the Leo podcast right. So if you listen to the Leo episode, how Leo likes to be the one on the main stage. They Leo likes to be the one, the center of the attention. Libra likes to be the star of a group full of people. So everyone's enjoying the ambiance of the Libra being there. Whereas Leo wants to be there by himself. Number one. You know what I'm saying? They're way different. Similar, but different. Said Libras shine their brightest when they're in relationships. That's just a very, 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 very important thing to understand about Libras. And on that note, let's get to my favorite part of the podcast, of these episodes, of the Sun Sign episodes. My personal experiences. Alright, so let's get ready for this one. This is man. First of all, let me just start off with this. I love me some Libras. Alright. Fellow air sign. You know, we share that emotionally detachedness, intellect, great conversation. That's what air signs are known for. Alright. I've had I would say a crap ton of Libras in my life. Very close personal Libras in my life, okay? First things first, my sister, older sister, Libra. My wife, Libra. So I deal with them quite often over the years. Oh yeah, but again though, like I said with the other sign, that I actually have more knowledge of female Libras than male Libras, so I can't actually speak too much about them. Off the top of my head, I literally think I only have like maybe 2 male Libras that I know, but not to the point of knowing like how deep they go, like, you know, but all across the board. All across the board. Indecisive. Indecisive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like they're so confident that you comes down to making a choice. Go to this restaurant, go to that restaurant. Do I like this dress or do I like these sandals? How about this hair color? How about should I cut it long? Should I keep it wide? Make a left turn, make a right turn. Like, fuck, I don't know. You're killing me. Oh man. I said that's just not my wife either. Like I said, a bunch of Libras I have in my life. It's like all across the board. Like I said, I always have that indecisiveness leads to that I don't want to say insecurity, but they always have that knack or that a worry where they're making the wrong decision or could possibly make the wrong decision. Because like say about my wife, she oh, what's the next thing? All of them are shoppers. All of them are shoppers. Look at my eyeballs get big. All of them are shoppers, okay? Now, there's different levels because I have the very luxurious type Libras in my life. I also have the very frugal type Libras in my life, okay? Having the access to the money, like for let's say perfect case scenario, my wife, she loves to shop. She won't admit to buying a whole bunch of stuff, but she buys a whole bunch of stuff. And then returns what she doesn't want. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's just throw let's random number. She go buy like $1,000 worth of stuff in like 2 weeks of clothing, some shit like that. Okay, return $750 to $800 of it. She didn't buy it all because she returned it, but she bought it. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. That's what I'm saying. But again, though, actually, that's one thing too. Like not just saying my wife here, but all of them have beautiful houses. Everyone that I see, the houses are nice and like, I don't want to say like refined, elegant, like we're walking through museums and shit like that of like an 1800s over in Europe. those kind. No, I ain't talking shit like that. I'm just saying though, however they have their house, modern, classical, fucking gothic, whatever the fuck it is. All right, it's always has a touch of elegance. It's always everything is right by them how they feel. And that's one thing too, is when the household is not right either, that causes an imbalance to them. That the household has to be right. Point blank period. Because there are some people, well, I shouldn't say some people, because right now I'm talking about signs, some zodiac signs who are more likely to be able to live in a sloppy house. Libra is not one of them. Without having nasty repercussions for the mentality. Okay? Like I said, they're a great what's that word? Diplomatic. Very diplomatic. Talk their way out of a fight. Talk their way into fights. Talk out the way out of fights, you know. They like keeping the peace. Everyone, not everyone, let me think here. My Libras have my life. I say more than half of them were really heavy into fighting the good fights in either the job or having a job in regards to like law, or fighting things for humanity rights, you know, that kind of shit. Like they like fairness across the board. Oh, I didn't even get to talk about that. They make great leaders. It's another thing too. Every Libra I know, female wise talking still, are in a position of power to where they can make change in their job. Okay? They're always in some job where they're helping somebody else out. If not themselves, more people. They have power to have better organization to make things better, make things right. And also on that note, which I didn't even talk about during the other part, is they also aren't happy at the job. For the most part. And in this regard, I mean, because Libra, the sign, has a nasty moniker of being too easygoing to be a hard worker. They work hard, but they don't want to work hard for the rewards they're going to get from it, as in either the money, the time off, or whatever it is. But they're always in a job that they tend to dislike for whatever reasons that's going to benefit them in the long run. That's what I've been noticing quite often. Because what ends up being the case is they're not really working a job that they really want to work, because it's not appealing to what their sign needs, which is a food helping of people. There are some signs in Zodiac who really, really, really want to be great humanitarians and want to do things on an individual and or big level, big scale, you know. This is one of those signs. And most of the people that I know are not in the job that actually satisfies them to the point of where they're happy with the job. And they can work there 20, 30, 45, 55 years, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. That's what I've been noticing. They're great conversationalists, love to communicate, love to chat, very smart intellectually. They try to be a little more logic based than emotional based, depending on who it is. Again, this is across the board. This is an air sign thing. And this is going with the Libras. Trying to think of anything else I would love to hear down the chat if you guys got more information in regards to male Libras and how they are. Because I unfortunately don't have the information there to help back up or verify what I'm saying, you know? So feel free to let me know in the chat below. I appreciate that. As at some point in time, I'm going to redo all these again, because as I continue my journey further into astrology and dealing with relationships and my insight further, because right now we're talking just sun sign, top of the ice cream banana pie split thing, you know? we're not getting any meat yet for what they could be doing or what we could be having for each sign. But yeah, I think with that one, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know in the comments below if you picked up something new, learned something new, or if I described you very well, or someone you know very well, or did not. Let me know, because there is always answers for any comments or questions. Come your way, you know. We're learning this together. Continue following me down this journey, because it's going to be getting better and more informational as time goes on. My friends, stay classy. Be you. Make a wish. Out.